All right, welcome back. Part 2. We're gonna start getting I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh goodness gracious, it's a lot to deal with. Started cutting some ends off the cords, and I was like, well, I guess I should start, and let's start from the beginning together so that we can go through this and see what we've got. We'll show you this real quick. Went back to the computer place this morning. They had tons of computers again, just those shells. So I got those, and they had one of my favorites. You all know this. They had me a goodie box in there, and y'all, it's so heavy. There's so many good things in there. But that'll be for another day. But it seems like to me that when the scrap starts, it just don't stop. I was just getting ready the other day to say that, it seems like I'm almost at a standstill. I had been kind of dry for a little bit, and then right when it rains, it pours, you know? So anyway, I was looking at a few of these things, and obviously very old adding machine, pretty cool. It's really beat up. Not even sure if it's pretty cool. Wade Winstead typewriter and adding machine service, Wilson, North Carolina. That's pretty sweet. Old adding machine there. Volt monitor, plug that up. Unfortunately, the case is beat up. It works. I plugged it in. It went right to 120. It may not work after it got beat up a little bit yesterday, but I did see this and plugged it in, but it was already broken. The case is off of there. How many of you know what this is? So it's got a little motor on it, right? So I was looking around, and then I saw this electric fishing reel system. Offshore fishing, right? You're on a boat, you got a big old reel, catch onto something big, put your fishing reel on there, hit that thing, you're ready to go. Lots of testers. This thing right here was pretty cool. So I looked this thing up online, and it's got this isolated output here, and evidently you can add volts to it. Like, you can change the voltage. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want it 120, you put it there, and then you can it's on 100, you add 20 to it, and it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I believe that's how that works. I looked it up, and that appears to be what it is. And then you can kind of look at the bottom here, and it shows you kind of how to do it. I'm sure there's only a certain number of ways that you can do it, but I thought that was pretty cool. It's also heavy as lead. Tons of old satellite stuff, as you can see, an antenna positioner. Those were the things, for the big dishes. That was this old computer, that cream colored piece there. That's what he said that he used to program all the dishes with. That's pretty cool. How many of you know what this is? So it's a solid ring with a plug and a little toggle switch on it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I can do this one-handed, it is solid copper, and it is heavy. Solid copper. Can you think of what this might be? Well, I know what it is. Put down in the comments if you know what this ring is, this homemade contraption here, this ring that you would plug in and turn the switch on. A solid ring of copper. What do you think that might be? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, tons of old stuff. We'll look at some of this stuff together. I'm gonna start cutting these cords off, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll just have a pile of everything that I'm able to accumulate, everything together. And we'll see just how many goodies we got out of all this. And if I come across something else cool, we'll check that out too. So this was that big telephone board system that was on the bottom that we were trying to get out from underneath that workbench. Let's take this apart and see what we can find in here. Not too shabby. Something heavy in here too. All right, let's get this out and see what we can find. A couple of little small copper bits in there, but again, just a regular old board. Well, it's probably just a power supply in there, so we'll check that out. All right, still working on this this first piece that we were doing. There's what we got out of the first little power supply box, that big board. Took another one apart. There's another box right here. Took that apart. Some really nice copper transformers in there. Really good copper in these. Really, really good copper in these. So we'll snip these wires off. That's a piece of junk. Get the wire off of that. And then I think we're going to start working on just these simple VCR boxes and satellite receiver boxes. And then we'll get over to the really good stuff in just a little bit. Really over there, all we've got to do is cut cords. There's lots and lots and lots of cords there. But stuff like that big thing, I'm interested to see what those are about. So those will kind of be our special pieces there. And so yeah, that's what we're working with so far. So far, so good. Got some wire, got some boards, only the good stuff. All right, we got us a big backup power supply deal here. Oh yes, batteries and transformer. That's what I'm talking about. So this has, I think it's just one. It might be two smaller ones. I think it is two. Two of the batteries, one big transformer, and a board. Yes, sir. That's the good stuff. This old Zenith FM AM transmitter is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, this could have been an eBay item, and it may be. I may look it up and just see exactly if anybody wants it for parts. But the battery tray was pretty beat up. There was some really corroded batteries in there, D batteries. But if I were a betting man, if that battery tray was clear, it might work. So I may look this up. I'm not gonna. I thought that's pretty cool. That diagram's pretty sweet. Zenith Royal 2000. Wish there was a date on it. Somebody's initials there, maybe that worked on it. Oh, you can switch it, radio, tuner, and phono. There's a jack. Huh, that's interesting. That might still work. I don't know. Zenith A, yeah, FM AM transmitter. That's pretty cool. I may see if that's good for any parts or not, but I thought that was pretty neat. That's a pretty sweet old looking radio there. They don't make them like that anymore. All right, did any of y'all know what a cricket test is? I don't. Parameter test, cricket test, Syncor TF30 in circuit cricket test. I'm not an electrician, y'all, so I really don't know. The little instruction book is back here. VT and transistor. Okay. Oh geez. Yeah. Not for me, boys and girls. Not for me. But this thing is ratty. Wonder what. Man. Gain, leakage. Buttons locked, unlocked. Yeah, this thing is shot, but pretty cool little thing. If any of y'all know what any of this stuff is, leave it in the comments now, because y'all are a lot smarter than I am, so let me know. All right, next up is these antenna positioners for old satellites, up and down, and then the polarity. What's really cool about these is the entire casing of these things is very nice, solid, clean aluminum. Top, everything. So inside, this is what we have. Looks like one Energizer 9-volt battery, along with a small transformer and a couple of fuses. How that all works is Greek to me, right? But I have several of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's at least like 8 of these things. Yeah, there's a couple more over there. So yeah, these are pretty awesome. Good aluminum, plus the transformers. We'll pop these out next. These are great. Look at this aluminum, y'all. This is nice. Nice, clean stuff. All right, we're getting down to it. Not much left. Clipped a bunch of cords. All this over here is just gonna be scrap. Boards in the corner. All my transformers right there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Bet you haven't seen a Dell Optiplex in a while. Designed for Windows 95, right? Best operating system there ever was. Now we just gotta figure out how to get into this bad boy. The screw's already out. Hold that thought. Yep, she's got some age on her. There's not much in there at all. Basically just one little drive disc, board with some tiny memory sticks, and a power supply. Not much in there at all for this old girl. But I guess it didn't have to be back then. Anyway, that's what's inside that. We'll get this out. Then we're gonna break into this bad boy, see what's in there. All right. We are looking at something from the Heath Company. Model COA1015-1. I have no idea. Some kind, I mean, it looks like a daggone depth charge finder or something. I have no idea. This is a Heath kit. This is that's a completely different number, isn't it? No, it was 1015. Anybody got any ideas? Google always knows, but I haven't done that yet. But I am curious as to what is inside of here. Probably not much. It doesn't feel too heavy. I'm guessing just some kind of transformer for power, and that's about it. So let's see what we got. All right, on the inside, we have our video screen of some sort here. Old tube projection. Very early board and transformer on the bottom. The Heath kit model 1015 is a solid state ignition analyzer. So there you go. Now you know, right? All right, really the last piece of interest here. It says call computer system 1000. I've looked up this advanced communications with that phone number on there. That was just a local number, and that doesn't help any. I have no idea what this is, so I've Googled it, I've eBayed it. We'll just take a look inside here and see what we got. But other than that, if you can figure out what this is, we've got a transmit and a receive. It's got to be something with like, it's got to be like a code or something to get it, because this tape in here says instant start series, and maybe these tapes had like code on them, and like you could transmit a code to something else and receive one on the, I don't know. I'm just taking wild guesses here. So yeah, any of this stuff, I mean, that's all the leftover bits and pieces. If you all have any ideas what this stuff is, don't forget to let me know in the comments. Don't forget that big ring of copper, if you know what that is. I thought that was pretty cool. I actually do know what that's used for. It had a plug on it, cut it off, I'm gonna get the copper out. But if you know what that big ring of copper with a toggle switch on it was, let me know. All right, we're gonna bust into this. We'll take a look real quick, and then we gotta clean out the back of the truck. All right, so we can look at this one together. I got the screws out. I have not peeked inside yet. Let's see what's in here. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, nothing too special. Just a little bit of the tape decks. 2 little transformers there. I'll get that board out. A very primitive board and a speaker. And that is probably a piece of aluminum there. So we'll grab that as well. But nothing much in there. Just interesting stuff. Wild, crazy stuff. This is some old technology. So I'd love to hear if anybody has any ideas. All right, y'all. That's gonna be about it for this one, I think. Big bucket of scrap here, all the ends and everything I cut off. Transformers, batteries, little pile of aluminum, some boards, and big old pile of wire. So not too bad. We've got a lot of scrap in here. I think I got somebody that wants that cash register. It's a little beat up. Some of the buttons have got some gunk on them and they're cracked. They're dry, the plastic buttons are dry rotted, but got somebody that may want that, so we'll see. If not, honestly, probably will scrap it. It's heavy and it's not in very good condition, so trying to sell it is probably not gonna work, but if somebody wants it to tinker on, that's fine. So we'll get that. Got a few things in there to put in here, but other than that, we are done with that load. So anyway, thanks for hanging out on that. That was quite an adventure. It took me a little bit longer to get through this than what I thought. But when you have to do it piecemeal and you have to do it bit by bit, it just happens like that. It takes you a little bit longer, but that's okay. We still got some value. We still got some scrap. Made some money off the rest of the metal that was in there. So it was definitely a worthwhile venture. Got another pretty good load coming up this coming Friday. Probably some stuff in between as well, so we'll see. But I think I mentioned earlier, either in this video or the last, that it seems like that every time I think that I'm running out and I'm running low and like I'm just kind of hitting a dry spell, something like this will pop up, and then I've had several more people contact me. So the metal keeps coming. We're gonna keep scrapping. You keep watching these videos. We are well on our way to 500. We will do something really awesome. Continue to give me ideas on what you would like to have as a giveaway for 500 subscribers. That's a big milestone. So we can give something away pretty awesome. Y'all let me know what you're thinking and we'll see if we can make it happen. Again, thanks for watching these videos. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share with your friends if you think they will enjoy it, and see you on the next video.